Is she gonna yell, "Snake!" into the microphone as though a special forces operative just died and she's on the other end of the radio? Snake! She's confident about singing now. Here we go. I know how to do it. I'm just letting the beat go. God. This is like drinking 4 shots of espresso. Like 4 freaking shots of espresso. Like, this is so much more caffeine than any of the energy drinks that have been historically marketed directly at men. And I find that completely beautiful. All they have to do is say it burns body fat. So you'll have girls and you'll say, "That's got a lot of caffeine in it." And they'll be like, "No, it's good for you." There was the cashier downstairs at our store who's gone now. I don't know where she went. She might have exploded. Every time I would buy a 5-hour energy drink from there, she would lecture me about how it's too much caffeine. There's a bunch of systems in this game. And I promise I'm not hating. There's a bunch of systems that they're not baked all the way, Like, no offense, but like, oh, crike, my man, I want this banana. Like, I really feel like the, Bananza, Bananza system. Excuse me? What'd you say to me? Okay, that's very funny. Okay, it's okay. I wanted that banana, and apparently there was like a correct way to get it, and I didn't do it. I did not do the correct way to get it. But I feel like this system of Bananergy is kind of not fully baked. Nothing I've said so far in this stream has been in any way pre-prepared. I'm speaking this way similarly to how I would speak in a YouTube video because I enjoy the practice of speaking. I enjoy the practice of speaking as though writing. I enjoy the practice of writing as though speaking. I enjoy knowing people watch as I speak because it makes me less prone to perfectionism. I appreciate anything that yanks me away from my perfectionistic habit. If they have to keep placing these melons to recharge your Bananergy, it's like they don't want you to use the bonanzas all the time. They only want you to use them when you're supposed to, but they don't want it to feel like you're not supposed to use them. The whole like gold system where it's like you use gold to unlock a house. Want to move this obstacle? Give us 100 gold. Give us this insanely small amount of gold. Like, the designers must have had like a panic meeting about like, we gotta figure out some stuff that the player can spend the in-game money on. I just died because I was bored. Like, I'm sorry. This week I had a really kind of a scary increase in people. Someone interpreted something I said on a stream a few streams ago. We're not even going to mention what the stream was or what it was that I said, but they interpreted something I said as a confession that I have quit YouTube, but I'm going to continue taking your money or whatever. That's not the case. Please stop being crazy at me. I've got a bit of a team now. We're working on videos with the team. Please stop yelling at me. Now, I mean, it's now public knowledge. It's on the record. We know exactly how long Silk Song took to make. So everyone in my inbox telling me, comparing my YouTube videos to Silksong, you now know, unless I take exactly that duration of time to make a video, don't freaking get at me about it. You know, I can't help it if my default state when playing a new video game is to complain a little bit. It's literally my job, right? I mean, I'm sorry. I have to find stuff to talk about, and sometimes it's most conducive to conversation to discuss things that frustrate me. But I think my number one, like, problem with this game, if I had to just state a problem, is that there's just kind of too much value in it. There's just kind of like too much stuff. It's too generous. There's too much fun. There's too much fun to have. You know? I would have been fine with like 40% less fun. Give me that fossil, bro. Oh god, it's a beaver fossil. That's creepy, dude. Yeah, they don't put the, make music to find out where to go here, which is nice, because I guess they want me to vibe here. They want me to vibe. You can just see me with the light continuing. I just noticed in the camera monitor, this looks funny. What's the historical goatee, right? The historical goatee is the game 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now that has the most Google search results, right? What's the game 50 years from now that has dominance on Google search results when you type games that came out in 2025, right? So Clair Obscur is possibly the game that'll win Game of the Year. I don't think it's the historical goatee. I don't. You know? I don't think it is. I think 10 years from now, 5 years from now, it's going to be a game people like. Like, for example, I think maybe Chrono Trigger is the historical goatee of its year, but it wasn't goatee when it came out. Chrono Trigger wasn't goatee. Without looking it up, does anybody in the chat know what Electronic Gaming Monthly called Game of the Year the year Chrono Trigger came out? Does anybody know what game was Game of the Year the year Chrono Trigger came out? I'm gonna tell you, it was freaking Twisted Metal for the PlayStation 1. Mario Kart for older teens. That was the Game of the Year by Electronic Gaming Monthly standards the year Chrono Trigger came out. Okay? So, when we talk about awards is nonsense, this is exactly what we're talking about. Hello, and welcome back to Video Games. Tim Rogers here with Action Button Live, streaming exclusively on the Action Button Goblin Bunker Network, accessible only at twitch.tv/actionbutton. Yes, Action Button Live is the name of the show. It's live. The show is live. What you just watched was a recap composed by our very own good friend, Oni Spumoni, who puts the words previously streamed and/or last week and/or last time and/or previously on the screen at all times for the duration of the freaking recaps. But then today, for the 30 seconds that the words previously were not on the screen, someone in the chat literally asked, "Is this live or pre-recorded?" And I don't think they did it as a joke. And then when we snapped to me on camera, a freaking guy said, "You're muted." Do you think someone with the degree of control to compose the bumper I composed, the lobby scene, the Chopin waltzes, the cinematography, do you think he would not know he was muted? So you got muted. The microphone is muted for your pleasure, so that you do not hear me cackling and screaming at my quips from the previous streams. Person in the chat who was just shouted out for asking if the stream was live or pre-recorded has said, "I'm catching strays." It's not a stray if it was fired directly at you, unless you're trying to say I missed. The bleeding has stopped, and I am drinking a Japanese Monster Energy drink. A J-Monst. Because I use Chatterino now, instead of the Twitch. First of all, I don't really like the way I kind of got Chatterino looking sort of okay. It gives me the option to set a mute duration. So instead of the typical 10-minute mute, I think I accidentally muted the guy earlier from 1 day. So you're muted from 1 day, which means you'll be able to type in the chat again 24 hours from now. So come on by 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. I was going to bring Jam back today. Oni Spumoni says he's in his car. He'll get the guy sorted in a second. Nah, don't worry about it. Set him to an hour. How's that? Give him an hour. Let the length persist. I was going to put Jam back on the hello today, but, you know, I didn't do it. The bleeding has stopped. Just letting everyone know, in case you were worried about that. I was on Amazon.com right before the stream, and I purchased 3 cases of A&W root beer, because let me tell you, 3 cases of A&W root beer. Because I haven't seen them on there for a while. Usually they're there. Usually, lately I can just order them, but they weren't all week this week. They were not available. So I kept a couple root beers in the refrigerator. I kept 3 in the refrigerator. Literally triples. Someone in the chat is saying triples. Triples is best. Colm Ronald is mentioning that triples is best. We all know triples. Triples is good. Triples is best. In the shoe community, they say 1 to stock and 1 to rock. But, you know, triples kind of throws that whole thing into disarray. So I do have triples of root beer, and now I'm going to have 3 cases coming on Tuesday. The reason I ordered 3 12-packs instead of 1 12-pack is that this whole week they were not available. They were not available to purchase on Amazon.com with my desired shipping method, which is the normal shipping method. I don't do the Amazon Fresh, because then the guy downstairs sends the guy up to the door, and the guy's got a little wagon that he's pulling, and I have to unload the groceries from a wagon while a guy stands there, and he makes a comment about, "Wow, your house is disgusting," and I'm like, "Man, come on!" And he's like, "Well, this is freaking filthy," No wonder you're sending people to get your groceries for you. You can't even clean your freaking house. So I like when they ship me my root beers in a case in a box, and then I open the box, and then I let the good times freaking roll. I didn't do anything this week aside from work. All I did was sit right over there on my Steelcase gesture chair, which is creaking with increasing loudness, and worked. As I say, this week went down like a tennis ball in a toilet. If you ever flushed a tennis ball down a toilet, that's basically what it was like this week. You drop the tennis ball in the toilet, it bounces a little bit, you flush, and then it's just gone. And then it's just gone. And you think, there's no way that should have flushed. That should have gotten stuck. That should have freaking gotten stuck. Why did it flush? The weather was beautiful this week, and I went outside just to walk my dogs. I did go to Blue Bottle Coffee once, but that was only because I had something work-related to do at a building near there. So someone is asking, does A&W have the best diet root beer? In my opinion, yes. Rubes will often shout about Barks, Diet Barks, because it has bite or whatever. Barks has bite means that Barks has caffeine, but Diet Barks does not have caffeine, which is interesting. Diet Barks doesn't taste as much like root beer as A&W tastes like root beer. A&W Diet Root Beer tastes like A&W root beer. It tastes like wintergreen. It has a herbal, a rootsy flavor to it. I like the A&W flavor. Someone says root beer does not require caffeine. That's the freaking understatement of the goddarn century. Like, you don't want caffeine in root beer. You don't. You just don't want it. Someone in the chat is saying they're a Barks liker. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's okay. I've had Diet Barks root beer before. It tastes a little more licoricey, whereas A&W's got kind of a balance of wintergreen licorice and what do you call it? What's the other one? Vanilla. It's got a little bit more vanilla in there. You can actually kind of taste those. I do not like Diet Mug. Regular Mug root beer is fine, but Diet Mug, I don't know. Incognito Lens in the chat is saying that Mug root beer is water for Mormons. That kind of makes sense. I've known some root beer drinking Mormons. If I'm allowed to get religious in the chat here, am I allowed to get political in the chat? I've known some root beer drinking Mormons in my life, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I like all your classic root beers. I like Virgil's root beer, but I don't like Virgil's zero sugar root beer so much. It tastes too much like what real root beer probably tasted like around Prohibition times, which gives it a little bit of a historical panache, but not necessarily refreshing qualities. At any rate, like I said, I didn't expect the tennis ball to flush down the toilet is the metaphor I'm making here. Now, I would just, before anyone asks me how literal I'm being, no, I've never flushed a tennis ball down a toilet. I've never done it. I've never flushed a tennis ball down a toilet. It's a metaphor for what happened this week. It was like I dropped a tennis ball in a toilet and then I pulled the flusher and it just went straight down. That's my relationship with work this week. Does that make sense? I didn't expect the tennis ball to flush down the toilet, but it's gone. It went straight down. In other words, I spent the whole week not even beating my head against, kind of gingerly rubbing my forehead against a task, a long task that is approaching completion very quickly. But also there's a lot of it. So what does very quickly mean? Am I speaking in relative terms, or am I speaking in terms of job granules per second? Job granules per second wise, it's going very well. Now, someone in the Action Button Discord asked about ordering beverages from Amazon. They do show up kind of banged up. In New York, you cannot buy a case of Coke Zero at the supermarket downstairs and not have at least one can that's just bulbous out, like the bottom of the can is bursting, the top of the can is bursting, a can that can't stand up, or a can that can't be sipped. I have 3 sideways Coke Zeros in my refrigerator right now because of this very phenomenon. Ordering them from Amazon results in very much the same thing. However, ordering them on Amazon, they're freaking, it's like $5 or $6 or $7, whereas buying them at the supermarket downstairs or even across the street or even down the street or even a few blocks away or even the 1-2 avenues over. I have a lot of supermarkets very near me. The average price of a 12-pack of Coke Zero at any of those stores is $13.99. Now downstairs it's $17.99. That's too much for 12 Cokes, okay? I'm going to buy them for $5 from Amazon, and if I got to store them sideways, as long as they're not bursted wide open and sprayed all over the inside of the box. Sometimes I have received a case of Coke where there is just an empty can, but it's sealed and there's nothing leaking. Whereas the New York City Amazon warehouse, I think it's very close, but we have a Whole Foods down the street. And that Whole Foods is where they distribute stuff. So like their delivery people will send stuff from, well, they'll bring stuff from the Whole Foods. I can watch it. Someone is saying, is that a New York City thing? $14 for a 12-pack? Yes. It is. As far as I know, I've never seen Cokes be more expensive anywhere I've ever been in America. I feel like Los Angeles, I can have some expensive cases of Coke, but I've not bought cases of Coke in too many places. I just, whenever I visit my parents in Indiana, I will go to the Target near their house and buy like a 12-pack of Coke Zero for $3.99 or $4.99 or whatever, and just lose my mind. I'm standing there like at the freaking end of the Hurt Locker, except you switch cereal out for Coke, or switch Coke out for cereal as well. We could say, it's nice to be able to order them cheaply, and no wonder big box retail brick and mortar is on the insane decline, because I'm just Amazon is killing it, but also I don't want to pay $18 for 12 Cokes. I just don't. I don't want to pay $18 for 12 Cokes every couple of weeks. I want to be able, like if I want 12 Cokes, I don't want to encounter an $18 12 pack like every 9 weeks or so. I would rather just go straight to Bezos's big pocket and grab the Cokes that way. So that's what I do, and it's working out for me. However, I did buy this Japanese Monster Energy drink at a Japanese convenience store that recently opened in my neighborhood, which is nice. We've got a Japanese convenience store. I got my Biore UV sunscreen, my Biore face wash. It's Shitori Mochi Mochi face wash. It's pretty nice. And I've got my L-carnitine having Ultra Paradise energy drink. J Monster, it honestly does taste better than that rancid Monster I drank here. It's Ultra Paradise flavor, I just said. Ultra Paradise. It tastes better than whatever that one was I had on Tuesday, which tasted like rotten fruit and New York City apartment building hallway. It tasted like my hallway smells. So today on the stream, we're going to be popping in, and I'm going to try to finish Donkey Kong Bonanza today. And I wanted to start earlier, but there was a situation with I'm not going to say it was Mimsy's fault, but it was freaking Mimsy's fault. It was Mimsy's fault. I'm sorry. It just was. So she held me up for a ridiculous amount of time that I thought was only going to be 2 minutes, and it wasn't. And now we're going to be starting Donkey Kong, and around the time I kind of thought, so I've got a little bit of a journey. I went on a bit of a Super Mario Odyssey WRT Donkey Kong Bonanza this week. If you'd like to hear a brief story. I was enjoying Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was enjoying it a lot. I still think it's a wonderful, wonderful video game. It's great. It's a good one, right? It's a freaking good one. I realize just with a slow vice grip like crush, moment by moment by moment as I play, I realize, shoot, I'm playing a video game for literal children, right? I do realize this. I realize I am plunking a lot of time into a game that is for children. It's not just for children, it's for like children of the new century to be purchased by their parents who wish them to get into more interesting things than whatever's hot in Roblox. It's, as Alex Jaffe points out, it's for children by the elderly. From the elderly to the children. Never say the oldos didn't give us nothing. We've got senior citizens passing down their knowledge to a new generation of game designers who are passing their knowledge over to a new generation of players. Passing it down, passing it over, okay? It's happening. It's going down and then over. That's where the game design knowledge is going. And that's beautiful. I was enjoying Donkey Kong Bonanza, but this week, Tuesday, right after ending the stream and eating dinner, Mimsy went to bed early. I lit up Hollow Knight because I thought I'm gonna beat Hollow Knight again. And a couple years ago, I did a Fukubukuro recording of the first slice of Hollow Knight, and I was like, prior to that, I deleted my save, my save on Hollow Knight on my birthday in 2022 because I was like, I'm gonna play Hollow Knight again, and then I had this save file that was a few hours old. I deleted it and I started the whole game over, and I played Hollow Knight for like 12 hours, okay, between Tuesday and today, when the work was done, when the night was young. I played Hollow Knight like a freaking edible. Now, I played Hollow Knight before. I played it before. Let me tell you two things about Hollow Knight. Number one, I started it on this Xbox Elite Controller Series 2. You all may remember, I've had very good luck with Xbox Elite controllers. I made a long video about how much I liked the Xbox Elite Series 2, and I got yelled at by people saying that they had an Xbox Elite controller and it broke. But I never had that experience, and I used my Xbox Elite Controller Series 2 for around about 6 years before one day both bumpers broke within minutes of one another, right? Now, I had on my Herman Miller in the background, I freaking had I had another Xbox Elite Controller Series 2 that I purchased for some reason on Black Friday from Verizon.com for like $90 on a Black Friday Cyber Monday deal. I used that Elite. That's this one right here. I used this one right here. And I started playing Hollow Knight with it. And I swear to God darn God, the left analog stick is so broken that it is just drifting out the box. It's drifting straight down. And you can actually hear, listen to this. Listen to this. This is the right analog stick when I click it in. Right? That's fine. That's fine. This is the left analog stick. The L3 button, the stick click on the left stick, a button which should by all rights not exist, a button too sick for this freaking earth, is broken on this controller. Now, I can play Mister with it if I am using a core that does not use the analog sticks. But man, the L3 is so broken on this that it just, the left analog stick registers as drifting downward. So it was impossible to play Hollow Knight with it. So for the moment, I went back to my Razer V3 wireless Wolverine Chroma, which I don't like the D-pad. It looks like a circle. It actually feels more like a D-pad when your finger's on it. Like you can actually feel the ridges feel much better, the little tippy tip ridges. So anyway, I started playing Hollow Knight on this. Now listen to the buttons on this thing. So I don't like this D-pad on principle because I don't like the circular shape. But when you see it in profile, you do see there are like little crown tips here. So they're very sharp edges on the directions. Anyway, I just like one-lifed my way all the way through to getting the Crystal Heart in Hollow Knight on this controller. And I've come around. What do I think of 8-bit Do controllers? I think they're trash. Like, I mean, just, you know, the gloves are off with 8-bit Do controllers. They're trash. I hate them. The buttons are too far apart. The D-pads are worse than the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller D-pads. It's crazy. But this has nice paddles. I guess this is just, this D-pad for Hollow Knight was fantastic. So I had a sublimely, beautifully enjoyable time with Hollow Knight with this controller. A beautiful time. Someone says, anyone else feel like the DualShock 4 was a peak controller? Absolutely not. No. I've been around. My first video game was literally Pong. You know, that was, it didn't even register to me as a video game. The first video game I really played was Grand Prix on the Atari 2600. Let me tell you, I don't like any of the old controllers. I accept that they all have insane flaws. DualShock 4 is made out of corn. The D-pad is trash. It feels flimsy. It's a bad controller. It's too light. The Bluetooth is laggy as heck. Extremely laggy and wildly prone to interference. I hate that controller. And looking back, I would say I hate every PlayStation controller, every official PlayStation controller. The ergonomics is pretty nice on the PS4 controller, but they put too many stuff in it. They put too much stuff in it. It should not have a color bar, a touchpad, a rumble. It shouldn't have all that stuff. A speaker, a headphone jack. Too many things have been stuffed into the Bluetooth signal. Poor Bluetooth can't freaking handle it. It can't handle it. And the PlayStation 5, they did more. It's got haptics. It's got touchpad haptics. It's got too much stuff. Someone is saying the DualShock 2 is terrible, unresponsive membrane D-pads and pressure-sensitive buttons. I love the idea of pressure-sensitive buttons, but they don't work. Anyway, if you want to play a fine video game, you can play a Hollow Knight, and I think if you get a controller with a real good D-pad, Hollow Knight is maybe the only 2D side-scrolling video game where I think you kind of could play it with an analog stick if you want. But I like it with the D-pad and with a nice hair trigger and these mechanical buttons. This is a really good controller for playing Hollow Knight. So I've been having over here, reluctantly, I've been having a shootout of all the commercially available and a few commercially unavailable Elite controllers. I have been having a pretty good time hating on Elite controllers, and every single one of them has failed on me in the last year. All of the Elite controllers I loved the Scuff and Vision Pro. It's failed. But, it's failed in a way that I'd give it another shot if they announced they had fixed some of the D-pad issues. But somehow, and this kind of is more an indicator of the state of the industry than anything else, somehow the Razer Wolverine V3 Chroma wireless Elite controller has won. It has won the Big Brother game of action buttons, testing lab, playing video games, side-scrolling video games with an Elite controller, playing retro games. It's won. It has hot remappable paddles. You hold this button, hold the paddle, press a button. You don't need to open an app to configure the freaking buttons. You can change any button. You need to open an app if you want to like factory reset the controller, but you can remap any button to any button. And you can do it on the fly. And that alone, it's even got these little buttons on the top, right? It's phenomenal. It's not phenomenal. I mean, you know, I didn't even like this controller at all when it was new, when I first got it. But I just keep noticing this is the only controller I'm playing stuff with. And I will say the Elite controller, after you play enough, these buttons hurt my thumbs. And these buttons on the Razer don't. And I was playing the freaking heck out of Hollow Knight. I mean, just 12 hours in 3 days, 4 days, right? It's not like that much. I was playing some this morning, in fact. And just having an overwhelmingly, just burstingly pleasant time. Just a beautifully pleasant time. And, yeah. I mean, the reason I'm mentioning all this is because I then thought, well, I'm going to play Donkey Kong Bonanza on my stream, and I'm like, man, there was like during the recap, I was listening to myself complaining about how some of the systems in Donkey Kong Bonanza aren't fully baked, how they obviously had some sort of emergency meeting on being like, what can we make the player spend in-game money on? And then just coming up with a whiteboard of things to spend money on. How about we make them spend $100 to have a heal point in the level? How about we make them spend $1,000 penny on a barrel that will blow them up one layer, right? Like, and it's just like, Hollow Knight's a good one, dude. I don't think there's anything wasted at all in the whole game. You know, I've long as in like at least the past 6 years, I've held on to this medium temperature opinion that, you know, as an older person, this opinion that is controversial opinion that Hollow Knight is better than any Metroid or Castlevania of you know, similar scope and scale. And just kind of reblasting through the beginning portions of it these past couple of days, I'm like, shoot, yeah, dude, like 8 million %. Like 8 freaking million %. Even knowing exactly where all this stuff is. So the way Hollow Knight works, and the way it works so well, is you've got to play it without any kind of guide, without anybody telling you anything. And you've just got to, like, pick away at it. It's like think of it as an enormous, disgusting scab that you're picking at. And it's just... when I first played it, there's one of the first NPCs you speak to in Hollow Knight says to you, something along the lines of, it's Cornifer, the map maker. He says, getting lost and finding oneself again is one of life's greatest pleasures, he says to you, in kind of in the way that, whatever the guy's name is, Basil Expedition in the film Austin Powers 2, says before the time travel scene. He turns to the audience and tells Austin Powers, don't worry about the mechanics of it. Don't worry about it. And then he looks at the audience and says, and that goes for you too, right? So Cornifer is telling you that you're supposed to get lost and enjoy it. Okay? And he's right. Getting lost in Hollow Knight gives unto the game, it gives unto the spaciousness and luxuriousness of the game a sense of oppressive, roguelike randomness. Otherwise, you might say the game is too big, too spacious, too wide, the areas are too long, the traversals are too long. That's just what it looks like when a game developer knows their game is fun and wants you to play inside the game as you play the game. They want you to enjoy the traversals, right? They want you to know that. If you play the game without any kind of guide, without any kind of help, and you're getting lost, it gives unto the game a sort of roguelike texture that is inimitable. It's just it's magical. It's handcrafted levels, not procedurally generated, not randomly generated. But somehow it feels natural and real, and it feels organic. I would call it organic. Is what I would call it. It's an organic experience of feeling lost in something handcrafted that you get a sort of, and I no hate at all to anything roguelike-ish, but the organic feeling of getting lost and feeling like you're in danger and feeling like you're somewhere curious, feeling like you've wandered a little too far away from your safe house. The organic, handcrafted version of that in Hollow Knight is so much more interesting than the buffet-style version in any procedurally generated roguelike game, in my opinion. So much so that when I'm playing the game again years later, basically knowing where everything is, remembering mostly where everything is, I'm still enjoying and absorbing and feeling impressed by the sprawl of the game. So getting lost and finding oneself again. You will notice in Hollow Knight, the very first enemy you attack, when you swing your weapon at the first enemy in the opening prologue tutorial area, the very first enemy you hit, he takes 2 hits to kill. Okay? 2 hits. And when you hit him, a huge burst of orange particles just splashes all over the screen. Okay? Covering you, covering him, obscuring you and him from view. Okay? Okay? When you hit the enemy, you recoil back. He gets knocked back, but he continues coming toward you. Before you hit him, you have an opportunity of about 3 seconds to watch him move along the screen. Okay? The soul of Hollow Knight is in that dazzle of particles. The soul, what Cornifer is talking about. You hit the enemy, big burst of orange covers you and him. You recoil, he gets knocked back, he keeps coming toward you. During that recoil, okay, which is about 360 milliseconds, during that dazzle, you lose sight of yourself, you get lost, and then when the dazzle ends, you find yourself again, right? So you're getting lost and finding yourself again like 360 milliseconds at a time during combat. The game is teaching you to play not just with your eyes, but with your hands and with your immediate micro-term memory. There's so much thoughtfulness all over everything in this video game. And the more and more I play of it, again, this is my replay. I played it once all the way through back in 2017. I played it instead of Breath of the Wild I played it after getting a Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild. I played it on PC. This game is... I played it once then. I played it a little bit more when it came out on Switch. I've played from the start through the first Hornet fight like 8 times on like Xbox Game Pass or whatever. I swear to God, this is a video game that is worth freaking $60. The Switch version feels derangedly wrong. Someone in the chat is saying PC's where it's at. The Switch version feels not quite right. There's something wrong with the Switch version. If you have the opportunity, get the game on PC. I gotta say that it is a real OLED salesman of a game. Playing it on PC with a fancy controller and 4K 120 frames per second on a 77-inch OLED screen. The 120 FPS is also really nice. I know that Silk Song is going to be on Switch 2. I don't know if it's going to be 120 FPS handheld on Switch 2. But remember, Switch 2 is not 120 FPS on your TV. Not in 4K anyway. So if you're playing 120, they've confirmed 120 FPS handheld. Yeah, but that's one thing. But man, I'm not the biggest stickler about this sort of thing. I'm a bit of a stickler, but I think the lag on the Switch 2 controller is really bad. And Hollow Knight is such a perfectly tuned action game that I wouldn't play it handheld. I don't think it's a handheld video game. I think it's a TV video game. It's a game to play on your TV. Don't underestimate it, okay? Now, I personally would have paid $60 for Hollow Knight back when it came out if I'd known how good it was. So there's price discourse going on right now about Silk Song, isn't there? Is it? Am I to understand that the price today was possibly leaked as $20? Did you all see this? Did y'all see this? Am I to understand that its price was leaked? That it was leaked as $20? Is that true? GameStop leaked the price as $20 on Switch. Maybe they're wrong though. Maybe that was just in their system. I don't think it should be $20. And I'm gonna get up on my high horse here. I thought I was done discoursing about Silk Song. The other day I discoursed about it a lot. You can check out the archives on Action Button Channel 2 on YouTube. They're uploaded with superior audio quality to what you're hearing now. The mix is really nice. I'm talking about I discoursed a lot about Hollow Knight. And I thought I was done. But then this week, there was a lot of discourse about how it's irresponsible of Team Cherry to spring the game on people. And I'm talking about how it's going to get 7 out of 10 to straight into the dumpster by critics. There will be a rift between critics and gamers once again because of Silk Song. Who would have known that the only thing to drive people crazier than not releasing Silk Song was releasing Silk Song? People are delaying their games because of it. Bennett Foddy, a PhD who makes Roblox meme games for 40-year-old men with multiple adult roommates, delayed his little video game because of Silk Song, cheekily, as though their audiences overlapped with 100% perfection. I personally think you should jump on Silk Song and treat it like Gamer Christmas. Treat it like Gamer Christmas, right? What did Hollow Knight teach us? 15 million sales, right? A lot of them in bundles. You will notice if you run down the achievements list, 60% of gamers on Steam have beaten Hornet, the first substantial boss, right? Something like 40% of players have unlocked half of the Stagway stations or whatever, right? Which is, I think you unlock half of the Stagway stations like maybe my sense of speed is a little off, but like 4 hours into the game, I think 4 hours, something like that. You get 50% of them. Stop me if I'm wrong here. I don't know. It's about 4 hours, right? So less than 4 in 10 people played Hollow Knight for 4 hours. Now, in order to truly, deeply indulge in Hollow Knight, you need to play like 40 hours, okay? Right? I don't want to sound like a jerk. I think you need to play like, let's say 30 hours to truly consider yourself a Hollow Knight connoisseur, okay? To really hollow out. So if only 40% of people who own Hollow Knight on Steam have played the game for 4 hours, right? What does this tell you? This tells you that an enormous number of people who own Hollow Knight haven't actually played it. So what does this say? This says, and if I can put my goddarn industry analyst hat on here for a second, this says that a lot of people over the course of the last 8 years have bought Hollow Knight on sale because they've heard it's good, or they got it in a bundle and they don't even know they have it. And that's it, really. Hollow Knight built up they built up the audience hype for the sequel organically over a period of years. Now, what does this say about the 60% of people who? What does this say about the 20% of people who have actually finished Hollow Knight? What does this say? Right? What does this say? I don't know. When did they buy the game? Did they buy it in 2017 and play it instead of Breath of the Wild, like me? Did they? Right? I don't know. Or did they get it for $7 on sale, like someone in the chat says they did, and then play it for 60 hours after that? I don't know. At any rate, let it stand that Hollow Knight's, the mania of Hollow Knight, the absolute glory of Hollow Knight was not built on a launch day. By being a good/great video game, by being a great video game, it endured and is still selling bucket loads today on sale for $7.49 on Steam. Make a good video game, and it doesn't really matter when it comes out. Hollow Knight went toe-to-toe with the Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild. Okay? Upon its original release. It was released, don't quote me on this, but like a week before Breath of the Wild, right? A week before, like, and look at it today. It's fine. Right? Come on. A friend of mine sent me an email being like, asking my advice, because he was planning to release his video game around the time of Hollow Knight, but he wasn't gonna promote it. It was just gonna come out, right? And he's like, should I do it? And I told him all this. I told him everything I just said. I gave him this advice for free. This is my $256 an hour advice, right? I gave him all this advice, and then a couple days later he goes, I thought about it, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until next year. And I'm like, man, don't wait until next year. Put it out there. Put it out there, man. So if you're still on the fence, it came out 10 days before Breath of the Wild. Yeah. So, okay, it was less than 2 weeks before Breath of the Wild, right? I got it a few days before Breath of the Wild at the insistence of a lawyer who 100%ed it in a few days or whatever. I got it a few days before I started. I played all the way through Hollow Knight because I intended to move, and I thought maybe I would play Breath of the Wild handheld, but I so hated playing my Nintendo Switch handheld that I ended up not playing Breath of the Wild until I played it here on this computer screen in an OBS window. So for you, live on stream, and then they released a 60 FPS version on the Nintendo Switch too. So yeah, I mean, Hollow Knight came out 10 days before Breath of the Wild, and it's fine. It did fine. Look at my boy now. Look at my boy now. So if your game was coming out somewhat close to Silk Song and you decided to delay it, what you're saying, not putting anybody on blast, Bennett Foddy, what you're saying is your game is not an immortal masterpiece that people are still going to be talking about in 8 years. That's what you're saying. You're freaking confessing he admitted it. And now he have to marry his mother-in-law. Okay? Like, it's just a little depressing. It's just a little depressing. Bennett Foddy. I mean, so, you know, I think like I saw this Baby Steps game announced as getting delayed or whatever. And I saw someone on my own Discord say, I wasn't even going to buy Silk Song and I was going to play Baby Steps, saying it like that, right? And I was like, okay, why do we gotta? So I sense this coming storm of people like hating Silk Song the way people hated on Elden Ring when Elden Ring came out and crushed Horizon Zero Dawn 2, which had a different subtitle, Horizon 1 Dawn. I saw like so many people were hating on Elden Ring. Do you remember this? Just the worst Twitter threads in existence. Freaking burn that website to the ground. People being like, oh, I know it's called Forbidden West. I know what it's called. I'm playing a character for you. I saw people being like, there was like the most unbearable Twitter thread I've ever seen in my life was a game designer who wished he could. I'll Mad Libs that for you. Who wished he could, saying that you can't, that when you try to close the menu in Elden Ring by pressing, when you try to close the map by pressing the map button and the map doesn't close, that's proof that the devs don't know what they're doing. First of all, no one in good faith ever says devs. Never. Never. I have never said that in good faith. I say video game developers. When asked what I do for a living, I say I'm a video game developer, is what I say. Spoilers, I don't even mention the YouTube thing. I don't do it. I call myself a video game developer. Okay? So someone was like, this is proof that the devs don't care about the end user experience. People like getting this dude was so freaking uppity about how you press the map button to open the map in Elden Ring, but then you don't press the map button to close the map. You press the map button to open the map, and then you press the cancel button to close the map. The cancel button performs a consistent function across the game in Elden Ring. We don't need to relitigate this now. You're going to see so much of that about Hollow Knight, Silk Song. You're going to see so much of that. I wasn't going to play Silk Song, but because all of the games I did want to play got delayed, I decided to check it out on my friend's Nintendo Switch 2. And I couldn't help noticing this, and this, and this, and this. That's what you're going to see when Silk Song comes out. And it's got my goddarn hackles up just hypotheticalizing about it. My hackles. My freaking hackles. They've unshackled my hackles, and the freaking thing's not even out yet, right? But also, it's been a couple of years. Elden Ring, it's still good, right? The worst thing people said about Elden Ring when it came out was it's too long and it's got too many bosses at the end, right? Remember that? But largely that was people who had just eaten the whole game at gunpoint in the shortest sprint possible. So the fearful of spoilers and such. Yeah, people are saying it's too long and it's too good. It's too long and it's too good. And you know, to this day, I'm not even going to lie, I've never beaten Elden Ring. But my Steam does say I have the 270 hours in it. So I don't, you know, well, what can we say? what can we say? I just, freaking, Don Draper season 4. He only likes the beginnings of things. .mp4. Right? Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have some bad faith discourse surrounding it as well. I beat Breath of the Wild last year. Y'all watched me do it. Last year, 2 years ago. Y'all watched me do it. And it actually felt bad to beat it. It didn't feel nearly as good as the 150 hours of playing it felt. So what does that even mean, right? What does that freaking mean? Someone says, to be fair, Elden Ring's biggest problem is the amount of recycled, repeated bosses. You can only beat ulcerated spirits so many times. That is true. But have you considered it's fun? Have you considered it's a good time? I'm sure you have considered that it's a good time. It is a good time. It's there's a lot in there, and they do make you do some of the same kind of stuff over and over again, but still love it. Still love it. So I cursed myself a little bit by, this J Monster is good. This Japanese sugar-free monster is good. I've played a bunch of Night Rain with my boys too, by the way. Really, really like Night Rain. Really like Night Rain. So I kind of cursed myself by playing a bunch of Hollow Knight right as I was about to stream the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza. So, and I'm now just, there's part of me that's like, oh, they're not even trying to do the same thing. And then it's like, are they not trying to do the same thing? Are they? I think they are kind of trying to do the same thing, which is be a good action game that feels good and cool to play. And then this kind of got me high horsing. And again, I thought I was done with the discourse. I need to make a title on the screen that just says discourse to put on the bottom, kind of like this, right? It just says discourse. I'm going to do it. We'll do it for next week. Thought I was done discoursing. But this story about Silk Song being only $20 came out. Now, you all heard what I said about how I think it's foolish to try to get out of Silk Song's way as an indie developer. The advice I gave my friend, the $256 an hour advice I gave my friend last week that he didn't follow. How I think it's foolish to get out of Silk Song's way because you want to just join the party. Silk Song is hosting a party and you're invited, right? You heard me say that, but now let me go back on it a little bit. Maybe you do want to kind of get out of its way because it's $20. People is going to accidentally buy it for $20. Are you freaking kidding me? It should not be $20. It should not be $20. It should at least be $40. And there are so many problems. I don't think, so just to clarify, I think the developers being radio silent for 6 years and then suddenly announcing the release date, I actually think, and I said a few streams ago, that is what it looks like when a video game developer likes you, right? That's what it looks like when they like you. When they're not spamming you with newsletters about such and such pop star that's doing a virtual concert live in their open world hub, or an opportunity to get extra bucks to spend on cosmetics or whatever. Like not like announcing upgrade paths and DLCs and stretch goals or whatever. It's fine, right? When a developer really likes you, they just make a good game and release it, right? They let the product stand for itself. Plus, also, again, to be clear, they know people like their game because their game's super famous and it's been out for a while. I don't really think they had any kind of a responsibility. Like, I've seen critics saying they had a responsibility to announce the release date sooner. I think maybe they didn't know the release date until somewhat recently-ish. And I also think their fans is crazy. And I think you don't want any like news drip trickle at all is basically bullying the fans of Silksong, okay? Like revealing any news that's not extremely concrete news about the release date would have been bullying those fans. And I think they knew that on some level, and I think it was actually conscientious of them to not. Again, it's what it looks like when the developer likes you. So when I see critics and industry pundits saying it was irresponsible of them to not reveal the release date sooner, I don't agree with that. However, I do get up on my freaking high horse about this price thing. I do not think it should be $20 for many reasons. I think it should be $40 because, number one, I played Hollow Knight, and I had a borderline religious experience with it. Number two, I played Hollow Knight again this week, and I still have had a borderline religious experience with it. It's wonderful, okay? It is hundreds of dollars worth of video game. It shouldn't be $20 because you are undervaluing yourselves, Team Cherry. You are freaking undervaluing yourselves, the work you did, okay? Number two, it's always going to be on sale. You're going to put it on sale, etc., etc. Number three, most developers need to sell their game for $20 to live, right? To sell the measly thousands of copies they're going to sell. They need to sell their game for $20, okay? If you sell Hollow Knight Silksong for $20 and I release my game Truck Heck with 0 trailers, 0 announcements, 0 footage, I've only shown you fake footage. Like if I release my game Truck Heck with an MSRP of $39.99, I'm going to get 8,000 people instantly telling me, oh, so this game's twice as good as Silksong. This game's twice as long as Silksong. It's like, come on, man. Like, you're undervaluing yourself. Jonathan Blow, you know, he may be an industry dirtbag. He may be a hated individual at this point. Is he hated? Is he hated? He may be hated, right? He may be hated. But when he said he was going to release his game, The Witness, for $39.99 and virtually never put it on sale, and it's been on sale a couple times, but he did kind of keep true to his original message. When he said he was going to release it for $39.99 and he did it, people were so mad. I remember people being like, shouldn't be $39.99. That's expensive. It's an indie game. It should be $10. Right? And just finding as many reasons as they could to say it should be $10. Like, I think that was a good idea. It was a good precedent, and we should have stuck with it. And I feel like I paid $70 for Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm going to have, you're telling me, I'm guessing I'm going to have 8 times as much fun with Silksong for less than 1/3 the price? That's crazy. That's just crazy. It should be $40. Should be $40. Ideally 60. I would charge 60, put it on sale for 40. Like, $20 is an insane value. Again, it's going to commit sort of a deranged degree of deflation on what people think a $20 video game is. I'm hoping GameStop just made a goof, someone is saying. In an old AMA, they said $15 US is actually quite a bit of money for many people, especially in other countries in the US. Ultimately, our main interest is that as many people as possible play our games, and we want to price them such that players could do so. That may be so. I understand that. I understand that. But when did they say that? Was that around the time they had their Kickstarter where you could purchase the game for $10 Australian from the original Hollow Knight Kickstarter? It was $10 Australian to purchase the game. When you're a nobody, you can charge $10. There are many, many ethics surrounding pricing. There are many, many issues and many, many conversations. But I just think you're valuing yourself too low. And I think $40 is what I would charge if I was making Hollow Knight Silksong. I think $30 could be good. $20 just you're going to sell. I mean, it's going to sell like crazy no matter what. But it's just about a statement. It's just about a statement, you know? It's really hard to say because it's true. A lot of people, $20 is a lot to them. But a lot of people have spent a long time developing a video game, and if it's less than $20, they're not going to break even. And past a certain point, being a little bit too generous with something like pricing makes you look mean to your competitors. It's a stop. He's already dead. You know, like you've hurt people. You've hurt people that way. Someone is saying 7 years ago during the Nintendo Switch release is when they said that thing about the $15. Yeah, the game has achieved immortal all-time top 20 best video games of all time status since then. I remember when it came out on the Switch is when people started talking about it. I remember there was a long debate. There was a long debate in 2018 about whether Hollow Knight could be on Game of the Year, the Kotaku Games of the Year list, even though it technically came out on Steam a year earlier. And I was at that meeting and I said, year-end lists are stupid. Awards are stupid. The fact that, if you were to, for example, say Hollow Knight was the best game that came out in 2018, even though it came out in 2017, what great game that came out in 2018 that you ignored because it wasn't on a console you had would you be saying the same thing about a year later? It's like it's difficult, man. It's difficult. So in other words, there's no easy way to talk about this. There's no easy answer. But it's my opinion that, I think you're just making people look bad. You're making other developers of lesser games look greedy. If someone was planning to release an indie game that's 10 hours long for $30 and you're releasing Silksong, which will provide hundreds of hours of thrills to the most ardent completionist for just $20, people love to bust out the goddamn needle and protractor, compass and protractor when it comes to video games entertainment value per hour. They love to do this. They love to how long to beatify just about everything. They got a lot of how long to beatitude in the video game liker-sphere right now. And yeah. Pricing is a complex science. It's a complex science. Now, when I say $40, I'm saying that I personally, I would pay $100 for Hollow Knight Silksong. So if it is $20, I will buy 5 copies of it. And I will give 4 copies to my friends. If it's $20, I'll do it. And that is the straight dope for right now. I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to come back and we're going to hopefully flush Donkey Kong down the toilet so that we can get back to work flushing Tears of the Kingdom down the toilet. But right now I'm gonna flush some urine down the toilet. Maybe a tennis ball while I'm in there. We'll be right back. I just remembered while I was in the bathroom. I finished using the bathroom. I got myself a Coke Zero because I finished that J Monster. It was fine. I realized I forgot to actually deliver my conclusion about the Silksong thing, which is I think if I honestly think this is the best opportunity in the history of independent video games for a developer to do an introductory 50% off sale where it's $20 but only for the first week, after which it's $40. And then I think this is how I would honestly handle it. Because if it's too expensive, a lot of people are going to get mad. And I think you should release it for $20 and then 100% price increase 1 week later. That's what I think you should do. Maybe, give it 2 weeks or 1 month so that, all of the people dazzled by the suddenness of the release date announcement get an opportunity to gather themselves up, to gird up their loins and make the purchase. Anyway, all this talk of girding and loins has me thinking about Donkey Kong on the pink girders and his big strong legs as he gorilla jumps. Oh, all right, let's do this. Okay, so yeah, when we last left, I'd beaten this boss that I had to throw salt at. I want you to know that my health was full, but then I put the controller down and Donkey Kong punched some of this goo right before the stream started. I want this game to be over and not in a mean way. Not in a mean way. It's just, I knew this was gonna happen because I freaking was blasting through Hollow Knight. And I was like, man, this is what a good one. This is like smoking weed and getting high. Like, and then this game is like, it's just right back to the goddamn elementary school cafeteria. No offense to it. It's beautiful. It has wonderful art direction. It's 60 FPS as heck. It's just... Someone is asking if it overstayed its welcome. Yeah, I would say it overstayed its welcome quite a bit. But not really. I'm just not excited for what's next. I'm just like, I'm gonna have some fun. It's like a cotton candy buffet. This area feels different. Are we coming up on the planet's core? I suppose we are, actually.
Ready for this, DK?
I guess what the sad realization is that Nintendo just could not possibly make a game as good as Hollow Knight. Modern Nintendo. They just couldn't. And I mean, recently I was on a panel at the, what do you call it? Last year I was on a panel at the Long Island Retro Gaming. It's on YouTube, if you look for it. It was a Games of the Year panel, me and some other fine fellows. And we were debating what the games of the year were for a semi-randomly selected number of years. One of them was 2017. I freaking picked Hollow Knight. And I remember people being like, did you really mean to pick Hollow Knight over Breath of the Wild? And it's like, yeah, like last night I was like 100% totally tubularized. All about the Forbidden Lair. Does this have anything to do with Tim Burton's debut feature, The Forbidden Zone? Why was that stuff blinking in and out of existence? Shuffling shaft. Scrubbed muckety muck. That name out of context is so bizarre. That's a free I went from 0 to skill point. $5. I've got $5. They really want me to get Zebra Break Blast, don't they? I can really upgrade, man. You can extremely... So I got my punch power is... chunk jump. Yeah, it's like, when have I ever, like, done this outside of a few lock and key moments? In Hollow Knight, when you get the dash and you get the wall climb, you're doing them all the time, man. You get the fireball, you're doing it all the time, and you like it. The game takes like 16 hours before you get the double jump, and then it actually feels like something. You get the goddarn... The game starts and you have the ability to jump and then press down and swing your sword and bounce off of an enemy that then takes damage. And you can do that endlessly. And it's like fun, like right away. You don't have to buy it or find it. You just have it. It's a Zelda-like Fazana, like Legacy of the Wizard. Like, I'm just going to upgrade my health for 4 points. God, how many freaking optional bananas are in the game to unlock all of this? Do I really need my hand slap sonar to be increased by 120%? A lot of this is freaking baby food, man. Like, I don't know what, like... reduce the amount of time I must hold L and R? Why? On the off chance I accidentally imbibe a Coca-Cola into which someone has dropped many Quaaludes, and my reaction time is so dulled that I find myself in pressing need of a quicker transformation during one of this game's ultra laconic boss fights. Like, you need 1,000 bananas to get every skill, something like that. Someone is saying, I admit that I would have liked Hollow Knight more if you got its movement upgrades early. No! No, it's fun right away. It's fun right away. It's so much fun right away. Should I get max? Should I get punch power max? I can get punch power max, or I can up my health just a little bit more. It just I think Hollow Knight makes you... you know what? We're doing it. We're punch powering up. I don't care. Hollow Knight makes you understand everything about its movement before they give you the dash. And also, you get the dash pretty fast. You get the dash like I guess it was like 3 hours the first time I played the game. But in my play that I did earlier, today... or not today, this week, it was, it only took me like an hour, hour and a half to get the, oh, I can't even punch this. I mean, there's action design in here that's just crispy-licious, man. It's meticulous and delicious. It's wonderful. The Forbidden Lair. I wonder what's down here. That's a fossil. Oh, you can't have that, no. Maybe I do need my hand slap sonar. Am I like entering the secret developer room? Is Shigeru Miyamoto and his wife gonna be in here? Okay, what is that over there? Is there, can I climb these walls? No, I can't. This is a no climb zone. There's not a single wall in Hollow Knight you can't climb. Yeah, I know. Just damage me. I don't care. Go ahead, hurt me. Whatever. Alright, well, nice freaking knowing you. She really gotta whistle some freaking... It looks like there's something back there. God, red light, green light is like... Not a fan of red light, green light in video games.
This is what I mean by a video game that feels like it's for children. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. But I gotta say it. This is so child-coded. Don't touch the floor when it's doing this. Why is it glitching out like this? Is there some sort of narrative reason? Is it like... I don't want to be a zoo. Is my guy legit gonna just die down here? Yeah! This music is pumping and my guy's just like, oh, I don't know. Wait, I can climb that? Oh, I can climb when it's on? Oh, I got it. Okay, I got you. I got you. Alright, I figured it out. It is red light, green light, but it's red light, green light in a slightly different way than I anticipated. They were like, for this last area, we've got to go on a road trip. And then Shiggy and his wife, like, flew first class to Digipen National Airport. Digipen is its own sovereign nation, I would say. Hey, 18-year-olds. You've played some Roblox. What do you think would be good for our final level? I'm trying to not be mean. Someone is saying there needs to be a Mario Galaxy, like beep, beep, beep with that wall. Yeah, I really don't like that Super Mario 3D World. Beep, beep, beep. Like, first of all, like, you know that, you just kind of can't trust people in general, because I just remember when 3D World came out, every single, like, mainstream review was like, there are even levels where the platforms are determined by the music, or whatever, and it's like, that was like the wackest piece of music that had ever been in a Mario game. And Mario is a series that has the Fire Flower. It's interesting that the gold nuggets disappear, because in Hollow Knight, the Geo never disappears. It never disappears until you leave the area or die. That's value. Okay, so what am I doing here? I did it.
A banana.
Oh my god, her saying, oh, a banana. Someone saying, is Silk Song gonna deliver? I think, unless you are completely out of your mind, Silk Song is going to be very good. You're gonna have to be freaking Dalsim from Street Fighter 2 in order to not like Silk Song, by which I mean you're gonna be doing... You're gonna have to stretch quite a bit, in my opinion. But look out, there's gonna be haters. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? What's that? Hold on, there's something on the floor down there. Oh my god, a fall from great height. Okay, I want to know what that is up there. Oh, it's right in there. No. Ah! Donkey! Oh. Do not enter depths. Okay, well. I will admit, pacing-wise, that was exciting to be stuck in this, this insane corridor. And then, be unleashed upon this. And again... Oh my god, I don't need to make music to find my way. I can, like, see... I want to just look at the cool stuff in the game. Stop telling me I can make music to find my way. That's so freaking irritating. Like... I've been on the verge of filling my pants with diarrhea about this every time. Like, if I stand still for, like, 2 minutes, tell me. Right?
but like 3 seconds? Come on, it's 3 seconds. They let you chill for 3 seconds before they tell you you can press L to find your way. Ooh. Daddy's hungry. Oh, there's just fossils galore beus in here. I want to go see a movie this weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I got too much work to do. I said Galorbeus, which reminded me of Morbius, which just made me fondly think of good times at the cinema. I will say this, and I want you all to know this, and I have seen fewer movies this year than any calendar year of my life. Period. I am on track to have seen fewer movies this year. At this point in the year, I have watched fewer movies. I remember I overheard some children at a movie theater last time I went to witness a film, and I overheard some children saying, "Oh, I'm gonna log this on Letterboxd," right? And it's like, "How many movies are you up to this year?" And the guy going, "Counting or not counting rewatches?" And I thought, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm 46 years old, and let me tell you something. I mean, maybe you can disagree if you want, if you're at a place in your life where you disagree. I'm just letting you know that I, at one point in my life, would not have counted rewatches. But now, rewatches always count. They always count. Unless it's a movie that you watched 2 times in a row. If it's a movie you haven't seen again this year, you count the rewatches. Like, I saw Shall We Dance for the 3rd time in my life this year at the Film Forum, and after having not seen it in 22 years. No, in 19 years. That counts as a watch. That counts as a watch. If you like Shall We Dance, and if you haven't seen Shall We Dance, it just had a 4K remaster. It just had a 4K release, and it is one of the most phenomenally put it on and watchable movies. Mimsy had no idea what movie we were going to see, and she just loved it. I think almost anybody can get in the mood to watch that movie at any time, so that's fun. But if you have seen that movie and you love that movie and you want to talk about that movie, and you want something else like that movie, watch the director's follow-up to that, which is called Soredemo Boku wa Yatenai, which has a title that has been localized as I Just Didn't Do It. Try to go in as cold as possible to that movie. I would really recommend that. It feels cinematically similar. I saw that in the theater and had a very good time. I mean, in a different way. It's not as fun as Shall We Dance, but it's handled with an appropriate level of cinematic gravity and magnitude. A masterpiece of tone, I would say. Good tone. Get Out. Good movie. Pay $2,000. Alright, so this whole area, so I don't want to be a hater, but number one, imagine this with ray tracing, right? Imagine this with ray tracing, right? We've all played Control on an NVIDIA RTX 4090. We know what it looked like. Imagine this with ray tracing. And number two, this whole game so far has been a about worlds of loose things floating in voids. The whole game has been nonsense. It's been nonsense that they tell me is a hotel, or it's been space junk that they tell me is a hamburger factory. Right? And now, for the end-ish of the game, I'm just here in some nothing that just nominally is nothing. Little weird. Little odd. I don't know. It's like, this whole game has been about these, abstract spaces. Yes! Being sold as other stuff, and now it's just an abstract space that's not being sold as anything. Where'd this, you know what, I'll give you $2,000 if it seems like it furthers the plot. I was really hoping that was going to be a joke. I was really hoping for a little joke. Don't you dare throw chunks.
How does this work?
Where do I even get chunks? Just pick up dirt. Beautiful yellow dirt. Oh my god, it makes... Oh god, I want some freaking cornbread, dude. Holy lord. Am I the only one looking at this thinking I want some cornbread? Anybody else out there thinking that? Shoot! God, cornbread is so freaking good. Oh, man. And put a whole bunch of butter on there. Dude. Oh, no. I really... Oh, that's so weird to be playing this video game. And just like... I mean, I can watch, like, I don't watch, like, food shows in general, but I know people who are like, oh, I get so hungry watching this, and it's like, I'm actually getting hungry for cornbread looking at whatever this is supposed to be. Shoot. When's Thanksgiving? Is Thanksgiving in November this year? Does anybody know? They're already selling all the Halloween candy at CVS as of August 12th, which is, so, you know, maybe they're bumping Thanksgiving up to October. Maybe Thanksgiving's on Halloween this year. It was literally August 12th that I saw the Halloween aisle emerge. Can you stop telling me what to do while I'm doing it? Oh, you throw chunks! Daddy, throw a chunk. You really need to put up with a lot to get a lot of bananas. Yeah, pumpkin spice season started way early this year. America's pumpkin farmers must have found themselves with such a pumpkin surplus. Oh, I guess I can't kill you guys. Oh, y'all's gonna kill me? I don't even really want to fight you guys. Can I throw this at you? Oh, I've got to actually probably light up a bonanza to kill y'all. Well, they're not even attacking me anymore. I refuse to play this game if they're going to be making a sound. I refuse to do it. I refuse to. Yeah, we're back and we're low on health and there's no way to heal. Basically just Nightmare Planet now. Oh, there's an apple. We're gonna punch until we have... This is what I mean by it's underbaked. Like, I want health. And the game has informed me, and numerous times over and over again, that full health can be achieved at any time by just finding some terrain and punching it. There is no skill or thought employed in this. I have heard Hollow Knight's heal system criticized by so many bad faith persons who say it makes the exploration feel consequenceless when you just pack heals and can do them at any given time. But I think none of those people ever got more than a boss into the game, and they number one, I don't think they ever got one boss into the game. I think Hollow Knight's healing system is great. And I think what you just witnessed, my guy healing to full health by doing whatever that was, I think that actually makes exploration feel useless. But I like it, right? That's the difference. I actually like it, so it's fine. It's fine. Don't tell me what to do. How is my mom so much younger than me in this game, right? We're gonna pack another chunk. Oh, my arc was a little too Arceus. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I gotta go get another one. Ah, this is cool though. This is cool. I once made a youngster a little sad because he showed me his cool mechanic in his indie game. And I said, man, that is awesome. I mean, I'd hate to be the one to have to design levels with that, though, you know, because that's just such a clever mechanic. Wait, what? Oh, I'm beyond the pale. I get it. And he looks at me and he goes, What do you mean you wouldn't want to have to be the one to design mechanics? Oh, I gotta go over there, right? And I was like, oh, I just mean it's a really clever mechanic. He's like, what do you mean you wouldn't want to be the one to design levels? And I was like, I told the youngster, oh, it's such an interesting mechanic that if I were designing levels that make use of this mechanic, I would probably immediately just become a insane perfectionist, and I would be unable to complete anything coherent at all. And he goes, oh. And the next time I spoke to him, he was an old man like me, and his game was not yet finished. So you know, I say the same of whatever's happening here. I wouldn't want to design levels on this. I wouldn't want to have to be the guy to design levels with this throw chunks to make... what? Throw chunks to make stuff happen mechanic? Oh, okay, he ain't got nothing. Well, let's just call it what it is. I am eschewing everything optional. I am opting instead to merely beat the game with what I have. What? Oh, this is the forbidden lair. They're forbidding me. Do not approach that blockade. Okay. That one? It is sealed for a reason. It looks like a freaking fourth dimensional butthole. It's got like veins in it and everything. Lord. And yet some reckless fool flew past it without hesitation. Okay. Do not fly past our beehole. It's a beehole. That's what it is. Oh. And that's a guy I gotta pay 20 bucks to? Just whichever Junior Crubius game designer was tasked with figuring out what to do with the in-game currency. What if we get progression through the game's primary zones by forcing the player to pay 1,000 as nickel? You know?
it just feels like when they ask me for 100 golds to create a barrel canyon, it's like asking Jeff Bezos for 1/1 trillionth of a penny, you know? Like, it's just like a deranged, it feels like such a broken transaction. And not just in that way that all capitalistic happenings feel broken. Why just rotate though, yo? Wait, seriously, why is it moving? That's neat. See? I would have probably come up with this if I had had a couple years to devise mechanics in and around this particular thing. Okay, so I'm supposed to look at the edge, the boundary of the boundary of my force field thing, and kind of ascertain where I can go somewhere. For you! Don't, no, what are you doing, buddy? Freak are you doing, dude? What the heck, bruh? We got freaking floating point errors going off in here. Oh, daddy's gonna die. I had like, that was like sort of like a Unity engine nightmare that I just had there. This ain't no Unity engine though. That just kind of felt like, there's like creepy things that no Silent Hill can ever touch. Creepy things that happen, and they happen very much when you're prototyping something in Unity. Like you're trying to make like a 2D game and you accidentally forget to like fix a particular something on a particular axis, and then, you know, like your two-dimensional character just turns to the side and like falls off of a ledge, kind of like paper, and it's like in a way that's just like incredulously disturbing. Anyway, I feel like there was something on the fixed update, I don't know what going on there, but also I mean I'm sure that was like intended mechanical function, but it just felt, it didn't feel, I didn't want to throw it at that guy. Alright, I pay you some money, you gonna make me pay you $10,000? This joke was sort of like chuckly the first time. Really, $10,000? I don't care, like, I'm history's biggest monster, if that's what it takes. I'll pay your monster money. Man. I remember playing the game, Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS. Did anybody play Super Princess Peach? I think Super Princess Peach was pretty bad. Ooh, it got fixed to the... Super Princess Peach was pretty bad, for a couple of reasons. One of which was, oh, that's rotating in another direction. That's neat. It was bad for a couple of reasons. The more interesting of... Oh, don't attack me. My guy. Where's my guy? Oh, he's here. Oh, do I gotta bait this dude into shooting me the correct way? Super Princess Peach had a lot of stuff wrong with it. Like... What? Did I just fall through that platform? What is happening? This game's crazy, yo! Can I please... I want the banana. How do I get up there? Where am I? Like, what... Okay, this actually is starting to feel like Control now. Because the fourth dimensionality is yeah, so Super Princess Peach, I've used it as a go-to example of what I consider to be just the most egregious... it is the most egregious example of lock and key puzzle design in possibly the entire history of the video game medium. Because there are puzzles where it's like, you press the sadness button and Princess Peach will cry. And when she cries, tears flow out of her eyes. And the tears will
if you cry into a flower pot, it will cause a vine to grow that you can climb on. Right? Right? So, and it's not just that that's the sort of thing you do in the game. It's like that is... Oh, sorry, I'm going to ostrich this just so there's no question. I don't even want that fossil down there. I don't care. God, that ostrich is freaking creepy as heck. But yeah, Princess Peach. So there's like a flower pot you cry into so the tears cause a vine to grow, and then you climb the vine to do a thing. Like, what you have to do in Super Princess Peach is you're rescuing toads. There are toads everywhere, right? I don't even have any freaking money left because you guys freaking bled me dry out there like a lawyer or an ex-wife would. In hindsight, I almost kind of wish I had been married before, because saying ex-wife is just like, it's very satisfying. Are you gonna try to take money from me too? This joke is not funny anymore. Yeah, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to do this sort of puzzle anymore. Honestly, I don't. These guys are like supposed to be like loyal protectors of their corporate secrets in here, but they're just like kind of cashing out. Wow, the frame rate is kind of suffering in this area, which has me excited. But yeah, so here's how Super Princess Peach kind of fails as an entertainment. Is not only do you just press the sadness button to cry into a flower pot to grow a vine so you can climb, but it's like in the game you're rescuing toads. And the toads will always be like on a platform with a flower pot underneath it, which you cry into to make a vine to climb up to then rescue the toad. Now, not only is that the solution every time, but I don't want to do this, but there's always a tutorial informing you that if you press the emotion sadness button, you'll cry, and that you should cry into the flower pot. They give you a solution. I don't care. They explain the solution to you every time, right? And they do that for every puzzle in the game, and every puzzle is about that simple. So I got to the end. Leave me alone. What? I want this apple, dude. I got to the end of Super Princess Peach. I had not rescued all the toads. I was seeing toads and just being like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna keep moving. And I got to like the final level. Okay? I kid you not. And they were like, you need to have rescued 72 toads to enter the final level. And I'm like, what? And then I just said, nah, and I turned the game off, and I never turned it back on. Because they're like, you gotta go back and rescue more toads if you want to play the final level. And I was like, I was kind of just appreciating the concept of a nice little Nintendo-developed game that has platforming in it. I like Princess Peach. I think she deserves a video game, is the sort of thing I was saying. But I, as the kids would say, I noped out. I noped out, and then I never yipped back in. I never yipped back in. And it was all because they told me I needed to rescue a couple more toads. I was like, that's freaking insane. I'm a man with a job, like, leave me alone. For you! I was a man with a job at that point. I seldom allow myself to admit that I'm a man with a job. Oh, I'm enjoying this, though. There is a warthog's joy to this.
Did I pay that guy downstairs the $1,000 for an optional banana chance? They really want to make sure that you actually really want to get in here, don't they? That's security. They're going too far frontier. We get guys repeatedly telling us not to do this and we're just doing it. This music is getting hecka portentous for a Donkey Kong game, isn't it? I just remembered my double jump. Did you see that? I was like, wait, let's do that double jump I was joking about having not done in a million years in this game. What a freaking crock. Let me punch stuff. Croc by Argonaut Software, dude. Y'all ever play Croc? Someone in the chat is saying, I was watching someone play that new Shinobi game, and it looks like a game that had a ton of work put in the art, but zero work put in the design, because the levels are all big, empty, soulless template mazes. Why do developers do this? Because those are the developers of Streets of Rage 4, which is a game in which the enemies are the level design. So, I don't know who you were watching play the new Shinobi, but my read on it from a distance, let me tell you, let me be fully honest with you. I'm playing that Shinobi tonight, okay? I'm playing it tonight when this stream is over and my dinner is done and my dogs are in bed. I'm playing that Shinobi. You best believe it. I'm gonna smoke the trash off of that game. I'm a big Streets of Rage 2 fan over here. Streets of Rage 4 fan, I mean. I don't talk about it much because it wasn't made in Superior Nihon, so... Wait, what? Oh, wow. This place is too serious to have the insane... If I fall... They're really Kingdom Heartsing these jumps. I love Streets of Rage 4. I do wish, a triple do wish, that every character had a double tap run in Streets of Rage 4. I do wish that. I think that's the one thing from Streets of Rage 3 they should have, you know, they should have respected a few of, they should have cribbed more of the design stuff from Streets of Rage 3 than they did. I understand that if they had made the game at large feel a little bit more like overall like Streets of Rage 3 than people who only played Streets of Rage 2, which is most people only played Streets of Rage 2. They never played the superior Streets of Rage 3, which is one of the best action video games ever made. They never played that one, and I can forgive them because it was out of the zeitgeist at that time. It was actually old-fashioned at that time, you know? It was, the brawlers were just, they were not the zeitgeist at the moment, right? Yeah, people didn't like the music either in Streets of Rage 3. The Motohiro Kawashima music, wonderful tunes. The Yuzo is good in there as well. I can understand that they didn't, I honestly like the speed of Streets of Rage 3 over Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage 4 feels more like 2, and I respect that. I just wish they'd given everybody a run. But, having said that, charge attacks, being able to do knockback with Axel's charge kick, for example, the emphasis in throwing, in colliding enemies against each other, aiming people with the charge kick, and finally, you know, my favorite thing is just bouncing off of people and kicking them. It was all incredibly good in Streets of Rage 4. And also, I dare I say it, the music in Streets of Rage 4 is, it is excellent. I love that music.
Is that?
Love that music. Welcome to the planet. Wait, this is the planet core?
Why can the planet core grant a wish? I don't understand that. Gotta imagine that with ray tracing, dude. He's really subbulbing it up. Did he say, yeah, buddy? He said Pauline, though. That singing power you refuse to share? I like his carnival barker bow tie. Sorry, I cracked a Coke.
That powerful?
She says whilst wearing a burger tiara. I'm a thumbs up and a you, he says. This game sucks because there's no King K. Rool and the Kremlings. That's my final verdict. That's my final verdict. I'm just kidding. There's no Funky Kong and Candy Kong. Okay, this can't be the final boss. My guess is there's a thrilling conclusion. If they don't acknowledge the Mario, if they don't acknowledge Mario in this game, like, I need like an MCU credits. Wait, what? Oh. No bananza powers, what? Oh god, did I just get stomped? Oh, I straight died, bruh. I straight died. All right. Oh, and they're taking a prorated fee because I don't have enough money for them to take the full fee. Oh no! Don't! Wow, having the cutscene play again. That is gauche.
Maybe you didn't pay attention.
Wait, I can't sing? Because that would be Bananza? Can I get him to kill his own guys? Oh! I punched. Oh, he fly away. He fly away. Nope. Where is he? I don't understand. What? I don't like this. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm not a fan of whatever this is. This feels like some cameo elements of power nonsense. Asking me to, like, don't even ask. Come on. No. Can we skip? Okay. Am I not allowed to transfo? I'm sorry, I can't do that, she says. Let's remove the core mechanic of the game. At the most crucial moment. How do I get over there? Okay, I'm just gonna Devil May Cry this, I guess. Is he gonna make more? Oh, there's a banandium chip. Oh, that's quite... Yeah, you got punched. Is that it? Okay, I mean, I'm supposed to use the mechanics that have been established in this... one scene. I didn't get enough. Again, I wouldn't want to be the one to have to design levels with this, whatever this mechanic is. But I'm not minding it. Alright, how many more does I gotta give you? Where'd you go? He's over there. Ah, heck. For you! Oh, he really, He's really turning on some goddarn Platinum Games nonsense on me. Phase 2? No! I went right into the freaking... lava. Honestly, I think they should drop me a continue point here. But also, this is the first, like, action in the game. God dang it! No! What? I went from full health to 1? Why? Are they freaking... Are you serious? Are they, like, legit trying to hit me with a, Super Princess Peach, you need to rescue 72 Toads moment? Is that what they're doing here? Like, I need to unlock more, I need to get more health. I'm gonna die. Aw, man! Well, I mean, it is the first, like, thing that actually... God! You know, it's very un-Nintendo, I guess, in a way. That's neat. Oh my god! Give me that apple. No. What? God, what? Well, give me that. Give me that apple. What? What? Oh, it's got stuck. Is there like splash damage when these things blow up? That would be so cruel if there was. What? What? God, this is insane. See, if this were the final boss, that would be alright. But I imagine this is not the final boss. I'm guessing there's another final boss. Because Void Kong's gonna become my friend. I think there should be apples on every one of these. I think there should be apples on every single platform, to be honest. I don't think I should ever be appleless. At least they show me where they're gonna be. That's nice. I want that apple. Yeah! Oh, the enemy disappeared. This game's cool. This is cool, though. This is, like, kind of closer to... We'll see how I feel if I continue dying repeatedly. As has been the trend so far. Is there vocals? What? No! What? Man. This is interesting. Let's get, oh, shut up. Give me more health for this. What do they take a whole video game to establish this concept where I set up hideouts throughout the stage, which the more of them I set up, the bigger my temporary health bar gets. And then for the first time in the game, you give me a legit crazy, oh my god. You give me a legit crazy action challenge for a boss, and you don't let me have that? That's mean. When Nintendo gets mean, they get like meaner than oh, stop it. What? When Nintendo gets mean, they get freakishly mean, in my experience. But I kinda love it, I don't know. I just wish this second phase wasn't killing me as hard. Oh man. The fact that he takes 3 hearts with the hit is like, that's too much. That's too much, dude. I'm imagining, I'm thinking of that hypothetical junior crew all hands meeting where they said, we're not incentivizing people to collect enough gold. What can we use gold for? And we're now like, is this the 72 Toads moment that I was afraid of? That's why I brought up the 72 Toads. Am I being 72 Toads here about having not collected enough bananas to unlock enough skill points to have enough skills? Is that what they're doing to me right now? Are they 72 Toadsing me? That's the question. I honestly think they are. They're like, we want the... Oh my god, can you stop? This stuff keeps getting stuck. This is like surprisingly janky. I mean, I know that endearing jank is like the whole thing of modern Nintendo. Oh, stop. But this is like surprisingly like kind of janky in a sort of seemingly unintentional way. Oh, come on! Yeah, I'm being careful, dude. Just give me more apples. I know it's an apple. I manifested it. I was looking for that apple. I think this is a little too hard, dude. I honestly think this is a little bit too hard. But that's interesting, because nothing in this game has actually been nearly this crazy. And honestly, I feel like I should have gone for the... Nope. You gotta just dodge a lot. Alright. Nothing in this game has been like nearly this crispy. Like... And you know, again, just to clarify, I'm not hating on this. I think this is kind of rules. It's weird that, you know, having just played a bunch of Hollow Knight, like obviously I'm going to... God, that's so vicious, dude. That's so insane. Can I get some? My guy's dead. My guy's freaking dead. No, come on! Ah, man, this is a little too hard, dude. It's a little bit too hard. A little bit too hard. But now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, how would I upgrade my dude? Like, the final health upgrade that would give me 1 more heart costs 5 skill points, if I understand correctly. And I get 1 skill point for every 5 bananas. So I need to find 25 bananas to upgrade my health by 1 heart? You're telling me 25 bananas? That's too many, dude. That's too many bananas. I tell you, I'm being 72 toads here. There's 72 toadsing me. You can't enter the final level without 72 toads. Excuse me? I said to Super Princess Peach. Did I seriously just take damage? Do those things need to have 3 opportunities to do damage? Do they really need 3? Someone says you can get 25 bananas pretty fast. Do I want to, though? I want to just finish the game that I've spent 20 hours playing. Like, I don't feel like... I don't need more value here. I don't need more fun from the video game. Like, I've had, like, so much more than enough fun now. I don't need to, Okay, well, that didn't do anything. What the heck? I don't need more fun. Someone says you can do it without the upgrade, but I don't want to. I think it's like a little... I think it's a little out of tune. I feel like the game feels like it's out of tune. Which is a video game design critique term that I will not explain. I think it's a little bit out of tune. And I think I've been engaging with the systems, like, enough. I mean, I don't really know if I can do this. Oh man, what? Okay. I mean, I accept the challenge, and I think it's interesting. But it's just, like, the fact that these guys are he's doing 3 hearts of damage is crazy. Like, I pretty clearly need to be wearing different clothing items, right? Like, oh, wow, okay. Alright, can we stop doing that? Oh, back here? Okay. I mean, I'm just not like, you know. Oh, he's over there. What's up, buddy? Do those things really need to be able to do damage 3 different ways? I just don't think they do. I don't think they do, dude. I think, oh yeah, just throw the apple into the freaking trash. You throw me in the freaking trash while you're freaking at it. Oh. They really don't want me to throw these things at this guy, do they? But I did it. Can I have an apple? You just gonna throw it straight in there? Can't you give me a... Can't you just, like... Kratos it over to me? Or Ratchet and Clank it over to me? Do you really gotta throw the apple straight into this, like, trash so that I get to... Like, can I just have it? Like, what are you asking me to, like... Can you please intersect 100% of your hitbox with it? Please? Oh, and then... I clearly need some sort of defensive garment. I clearly need a defensive garment, and I need the apple juice to restore my health. But also, it does behoove me to get in a bit of practice here. It behooves me to get a little bit of practice in on just, like, what the battle is and where my expectations should be. Right? It's not completely Out of hand. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted at all. Smash Void's machine so we can hit him again. I mean, yeah, you know, that's an idea and a half. Is there some sort of a 32 banana ability that allows me to gain more health when eating an apple? Wow. Yeah, it's not really satisfying to live. It's not really satisfying to live. Back at it. Yeah, but okay. Let's see what we've got. I don't want to go in there, no. Normal. Where's the... I need to know. I need to know where the shop is, mate. That won't do. Wait, what do you work? Can't we just be a little normal here, please? Can we? Yeah, there we go.
Should we teleport?
Yeah, you don't have to read it to me. I can read. Past a certain point, one asks, is the gamer able to read? Probably not. He's going back. So they make me, like, violently spend so much money to progress through this level. They make me spend all the money I have. Melon juice. Activate a bananza, but that's full banana meter. Clearly don't need that. Apple juice automatically restores all health if it reaches 0. You made me spend all my money. You made me spend all of it. Okay, so here's what I need. I got 2 objectives. One is to make my health last longer. So these don't do anything. They don't freaking do anything. I'm gonna have to wear a necktie I don't like. And I'm gonna have to wear a pair of pants I don't like in order to survive this boss battle. Right? Is that what we're talking about? I'm gonna have to dress like... we look exactly the same. Don't ask me if we look okay. So I need to find... Ooh.
Should we teleport?
God, teleport is such a rancid phrase. Such a rancid word. I love that grotesque animation, though. Alright. Radiance Lair shop? Is that where I'm going? Let's take a look. Ah. I'm drinking my Coke, finally. Okay. Yeah, I understand, bro. Sublayer 12 on 1. Sounds numerous. Wait, there's just a fossil just right there. Can I have that? Lord knows I'm gonna need fossils. 9 of 61. Kinda wanna get all 61 while I'm here, you know? Okay, where's the shop? Where's the shop, Ricky? Oh, Ricky, where's the shop, Nancy? This map is really cool, but it's kind of hard to use practically. There it is. I can't warp to the shop, but I can warp here. Oh, I can, yeah, I don't have to go to the shop because I can just use any of these guys as a shop. Alright, Snake. Sell me your wares. Reduces damage by 15%. Okay. Well, this is as good as it's gonna get? Is that what you're telling me? This is as good as it's gonna get, right? Or do I buy these and then there's another one? I can level it up. Okay. My guy's gonna look like a flat out idiot. Okay, so now I need 10 fossils to do 20%. Okay. We're gonna find 6 fossils. Okay. Is there a defense tie I can get? Okay, so we need 6 fossils. Leave me alone. Go away. I'm gonna slap the ground until I find the fossils. How am I gonna find 6 fossils? I refuse to go into this fight not fully armed, with leveled up defense bridges. I need 6 fossils. Is Jerry home? Get off of this thing. There's got to be a fossil near here, right, dude? $600? I didn't really want to do that. I feel like this game had to just at the very end force me to spend all of the money I had. So they just want to drain my... Did they design that final area such that it drains my money? So that when I beat the game, I'm not like, why do I have so much money? Well, the hunt for fossils has begun. If I recall correctly, you punch around enough and you get a fossil map. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if this fossil map led me to this fossil right here? Oh.
Great job!
Wait, that's not the freaking one I needed. Alright, so where's the fossil map? We're just gonna punch our way there. Oh. Another fossil map, good. This is so stupid. Another one, okay. I honestly love this. You just get everything in the game by just... You just get everything by going straight up hamburger brain in this game. I'm gonna hamburger brain my... Oh, get me in there. Let me in. This is just Eric Andre let me in .gif the video game, dude.
There's the fossil. We've obtained a banana bird fossil. 5 more to go, Donkey Kong. Okay. We're gonna go get that one. We're gonna get the pin. Well, don't shift. We're going down. Freaking down, Periscope. What are you rotating my camera for, bro? God, this is like the best video game ever made now. Alright, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Alright. Just a couple more then. Is that another one just like literally sitting right there? Level designers are all like, where do we put this? I don't know. Who cares? Just put it over there. I don't know. I don't want to talk to you, Nim Twizzle. Actually, you know what? More food for my snake. Actually, I don't care. I don't care. I don't need more food for my snake. I don't know what that means. Alright, that's 8 of them. That's 8 of them, right? I think it's time to punch some snow. Alright guys, let's punch snow. Oh, give me that gold, yo. Oh, give me that apple, yo. I don't need apples. You know what they say. It's a living. Donkey Kong's job is just punching snow. Wait, is that a... I was really hoping that'd be a fossil map. I need to level up my pants. Yes! Yeah, I know I did, buddy. Where is it? That one's deep, bruh. Oop, no, not that one, no. Okay, we're gonna go get it.
What's it doing there?
Heck. Straight down there. Okay. Was that a bunch of bananas? Can I have those? That wasn't bananas, what? I guess I already got those. That's my fossil. Can you leave me alone, dude? Oh, that's not... You know, I don't really want to fight you guys, because I think you're boring. Ah, heck. I didn't mean to throw that. For you! Oh my god, I can't get it in there because I got that snow stuck to it. There we go. One more to go. One more to go, boys. I just got myself slammed. You know what? I'll get you with this. Oh, this thing's covered in thorns, of course. Oh, I don't want to deal with this guy. Can I just get out of here? Where's the thing to get me out of here? I just don't want to fight this. Can I... How's he pounding his chest while climbing?
That's so gauche, dude. Man, come on. I don't want to be in here. Can I just die and get respawned? This... Excuse me? Oh, just freaking kill me. This... I mean, I feel like being here is like... Being here is like,
Should we teleport?
Oh, I know there's a barrel. I didn't see where it was. It's... You lose sight of things when you're so bored. I feel like leaving, like, a climactic boss battle to go back to an area so you can buy some pants and then grind some rareware collectibles so as to upgrade the pants. It kind of feels like walking out in the middle of a movie to go to the bathroom and then going to McDonald's. And then calling your grandma on the phone or whatever, right? It doesn't really... I bet you dreamed about bananas, didn't you? Do you not remember what we were doing a few minutes ago, Pauline? We were in some serious... Okay. I want to break this thing. That's snow. That's not going to do anything. That's snow as well. That's the same snow. Can we please quit it with the snow? Well, that didn't freaking do anything. Can I just climb up here and punch this? Is my man slipping? Is he freaking slipping, Jimmy? Can you just... Holy... Ah... That's not even the color of fossil I need, but I'm freaking obsessed. Stop telling me to do it steady. I'm Donkey Kong. I do things as unhingedly as possible. Oh, I thought I caught it. What is it, Bib? Bibbity Babbis is back. What do you need, buddy? Armadillo fossil. Freaking deal with that. As Cloud Strife would say. Why does Cloud Strife constantly say, deal with that? Isn't it weird? In my day, Cloud Strife didn't say freaking nothing. Wait, can we have all this? I got half a mind to just turn my elephant on and just start eating all this freaking snow. What? The absolute abject mindlessness of this punching through stuff and just being embonculated with collectibles. Okay, please. Gotcha. Yeah, open it. Where is it? That's it. It's a banana bird. He's freaking easier than taking a dump. Let's do this.
Let's go get it.
You're telling... Oh, wait, Pauline. Actually, quick question. Are you telling me what to do now? Nope. Just being vigorously embonculated with items is wild. Wait, what do you got? Spiders built a nest. Yeah, okay. There's a nest. There's a banana in the nest. Okay. A single banana? I need like 70 or 80 of them. Do you know where there's like 80 of them, dude? Oh, it's right over there. Oh, it looks like it's directly in the middle of this. Alright. Upgrade my item now. Level 2.
hit me. Oh, hold on. I'm hearing now that for 3 armadillo fossils, I can upgrade to level 3. And I'm thinking I'm back. Don't talk to me anymore, snake. Does anybody know where an armadillo fossil is, or whatever this other thing is? Anybody know where those are? I don't want to go into this boss unprepared. Because he's taken off 3, in case it's not clear. He's ripping out 3 hearts per hit. Okay. Oh, okay, well, never mind, we found one. Don't worry about it. He's taking off 3 hearts per hit. So to 25% off, that's not even a whole, 25% is not bad. It's, do you like how my game designer's instinct led me led me directly to the fossil? Now, if they tell me something about there's a level 4, I'm gonna trot up all over myself. Yes! I've leveled it up all the way, Bibithy. My dog is standing, he's standing next to me right now because he's my friend. My dog is being my buddy. I'm gonna walk you when this is over, Bib. When I beat the boss, you and I'll go for a walk. Okay, defense britches. My guy looks like he's from freaking California now. No, don't. Don't you freaking lie to me. Britches is actually a technical term, interestingly enough. Oh, there's a whole bunch of money just burning a hole in the freaking earth here. How many apple juices can I, current level Donkey Kong, carry? Because I will punch holes in freaking anything and everything until I have enough. I don't want my smashing stats. God, I'm so high right now. What's going on here? Oh my god, give me them Cheevies. They call me John Cheever. Because I'm cheeving so much. Yeah, keep giving them to me, dude. Remember the first time you played Burnout 3 and they start giving you all the bonuses at the end of the level and you're like, I'm so high right now. I'll take the money any way I can get it. Oh, are they giving me this money now? Are they giving me this money now? Well, I really got 100,000 of sand, huh? I've gotta admit, I have no idea what I was doing. Oh, that bananium gem is under the earth. Oh, Daddy's back in the money. Wonderful. Sometimes the money is just there lying on the ground waiting for you to pick it up if you're man enough to pick it up. And other times, what can I say? Other times you don't even need to punch a single rock to make $10,000. God, the whole planet has diarrhea. A goose laying a golden egg. Try a planet with golden diarrhea. Any man with fists to punch and the constitution to venture outdoors, or he may find his riches on Donkey Kong Planet. Right? I thought they should have called this game Donkey Kong Planet. Oh my god. Big old burger diarrhea. So I'm not gonna buy the apple juice right away, by the way. I'm gonna challenge the fight a couple more times. So wait, theoretically, I'm not totally sure of what the systems are in this game. Is it necessarily the case that if I just keep punching, my guy's gonna get banandium chips, right? Is that actually true? Like, they're just infinite if I just punch anywhere in the world, and then I can just spend them? And I can buy bananas if I'm crazed enough to purchase them one at a time, and for an increasing price. I have 4 bananas worth of chips. That's not enough, I know. I've got 437. But I mean, assuming a fella exists who would rather turn a mountain into a molehill with his freakish fists of flame than follow all the Denny's Kids menu dotted lines to the many objectives. What's in there?
You found a map.
Fossil map. This game is nuts, dude. This guy's freaking sick, man. This guy's freaking sick. Which, like, are you telling me you'd hang out with this guy? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't hang out with this guy. You know what they say about guys who punch holes in walls. How are you telling me this is a kid's game? I'd rather let my kid play Grand Theft Auto and learn about convenience store robberies or whatever than see whatever this is. Happy cartoon character, just... Why is everyone acting... Destruction is art? These people are acting so happy that I'm just turning their entire civilization into trash and ash. Where am I? Am I stuck? So I haven't actually gotten any banana chips in a while, which is making me think that, banana chips are, a little stingier. Oh, there was one. I just got one. I just got one, dude. Wait, treasure chest on the ground.
Ooh, a map.
My guy's freaking sick, man. What's wrong with this guy? Clap your hands until you're rich. Clap your hands until you're rich, Donkey Kong. He's just a big old baby Huey looking for a delicious bottle of milk. Banana milk. My guy was born to mess up a freaking barrel. Oh, there's a banana chip. Oh, there's another one. So you're telling me if I wanted 70 bananas, I could do it just by punching. I could punch my way. There's a tie that... Yeah, I noticed there's a tie that makes them spawn more frequently. Which means they are thinking of people like me. People who have gladly killed God in Dragon Quest VII. They are thinking of people like me. Oh yeah, I think Shiggy might have gotten confused there. It's kind of like what it looks like when a video game has temporary dementia. It's like, have we given you a chest recently? Here's a chest. My guy's freaking certifiable, dude. I'm sorry. He's freaking certifiable. I don't care. We're going in. I don't even know what I'm doing now. What do I think the max gold number is? Someone's asking. Probably 99, 999. I don't like it, no. Wait, is this just for gold? Is this no bananas? My dogs are yelling. Oh, Jerry's back. Oh, this is one of those ones I could have... Oh, I didn't realize what I was doing. I could have done more. That was a one shot only. I could have used Shiggy leaning over and going, "You're only going to get one shot at this, idiot." I could have used Shiggy doing that. I was like avoiding the gold. I was like scared of the freaking gold. So it looks like I'm just going to have to get gold the hard-fashioned way. It's my new phrase, the hard-fashioned way. My guy's sick and he loves banana chips. What can I say? You ever have banana chip in real life? They're freaking delicious. Plantain chips? I wonder if my guy's ever tried plantains. I'm just so aggressively insulted by the game actually, like, killing me. Like, more than twice. No, I don't want to do that. That I want to go back and I want to get straight up, like, ridiculous revenge. Is this good content? Do people like watching a gorilla just punch ice? I really like the phrase, the hard-fashioned way. It's time to make money the hard-fashioned way. Polishes his fists with a handkerchief. There's a banana chip. Oh, there's another one I see. Can I have that, eh? Thank you. Let's just punch through. Notice how they don't spawn apples when I don't need them.
Oh, wow!
Wow, apple juice for free. Here my guy was stressing about how many apple juices he could even have in his possession at any given time. Alright, there comes a time in every strange man's life when he must get serious. And for me, that time is now. We're gonna try to... Well, we gotta punch this, sorry. I like how they got that Minecraft logic on stuff here. What you doing to me, dude? You got Donkey Kongo'd. Yeah, I see it. Sinister Blusterwing Battle 2. It's one of my favorite music tracks in video game history. See, when you're hot, you're hot. This game knows that. This game knows it's all about the hot action of throwing things at your enemies and then having them be ineffective because you're not throwing the right object of the right substance, or you're not in the correct bonanza form, or you haven't tricked the enemy into stepping into a light source, or you haven't covered them with a piece of shade, or you haven't exposed them to the smell of bacon or whatever. Get bent. All right. My guy just bumbling around like a Banjo-Kazooie NPC. Well, we've done a right good job smashing this place up, but I suppose we'd better do something. Yeah, hold on. Okay, let's just see this.
Okay, so I notice I can upgrade my health 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. And it costs 4 skill points to do it once, right? Right? Does the next one cost 5, and then the next one's 6, and the next one's 7, or does it top out at 5? And I'm currently able to only carry 3 cans of apple juice, it looks like. And I need 4 points to upgrade that. You open this menu by... You gotta just touch the D-pad. They put all your menus on the D-pad, which is pretty gauche. Apple a Day tie increases the amount of health an apple will restore by 25%. I feel like they're just way too nickel and dimey about this game, dude. Like, this is... I don't want to call this an atrocity, but I feel like this sort of thing just should not be in this game. There should not be a skill tree in this game. I don't think they had the design document to bear it out. I don't think they did. Like, upgrade my turf surf time. Surf lets me turf surf on water. Enhance your turf surfing so you can skim over bodies of water. Like, what? It's like, imagine if in Breath of the Wild you had to spend 800 rupees on a special pair of gloves that would let you ride your horse in the swamp or whatever, right? Like, what? It really feels really, really low value. Someone is saying, I appreciate it, since on replays I avoid health upgrades and go for a challenge run. Here's what I'm going to suggest to you, and I'm trying not to be a jerk, but why don't you make a video game? Like, that's the only thing I can think of whenever people say something like that. Why don't you make one? I have made video games that are just for me, and I love them, you know? I guess, normally I go straight for the Warthog's joy when I make a video game for myself. But also, I'm just like skipping the health upgrades is one thing, right? I don't know. Like, deciding not to upgrade your guy's health so that the bosses are harder. You know, I guess that's a thing. Why can't you just be the warden of your own jail, my friend? And say, if this boss hits me once, I'll die and start it over. Warden thy own jail, my friend. I believe, I believe in this pretty strongly, because I grew up all around the place, and I kept growing up. Here's the thing they don't tell you. You're still a child in your 20s. I kept growing up in Japan. And one formative memory of mine was just watching guys play cave shooters, and in the arcade. And when they died, they would let themselves continue dying because they were just trying to... They were trying to get through the whole game in one life. So if they died, they would just stand up, put their hands on their hips, watch their helpless ship be shot again. And then they would step back, allow anyone else a chance at stepping toward the game and playing it. And if no one ventured a try, they would retrieve another 100 yen coin from their little pocket, and they would resume their quest. Don't want to sound like a jerk,
But I shouldn't have to... Can I... Chip exchange... I think I got 72 toads, dude. I got 72 toads. They 72 toads to me. I'm a little... There's 72 toads to me, dude. How do I get out of here? Oh, here it is. There it was. No, right there. No.
Should we teal?
Perfect place to build my dream getaway. I'm gonna build a house. Jerry got home and immediately went into the bathroom, and I've really got to go to the bathroom, and I really want to go to the bathroom. I really want to go to the bathroom, so I'm just kind of like... I'm like... Have you ever had to go to the bathroom so bad that you're like sweating? You're like actually like sweating bullets? Like I'm sweating so hard because I have to pee so bad.
Hey, DK, you awake?
Oh. Snake sure wears some fancy clothes. I even if you all know what clothes, and clothes are so shiny. I know, why don't we go to their shop sometime under the perfect necktie for you? Good night. Okay, so is there a necktie? Is there a necktie that I can put on my guy that would assist me in this battle? I don't want to take any freaking chances. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad, I'm sweating. I'm sweating freaking bullets. Wait, is she taking a bath? Oh my god, she's taking a bath. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Yeah, I guess the one that restores my health more with apples. But I can't help noticing that my tie is 25% and it's level 1. That I could upgrade it. I could upgrade it, dude. I could. It's like even possible that I go to the place where I got it and I can upgrade it like twice because I might just pre-have the fossils. I honestly think this game's design is cooked. I think they Ubisofted Donkey Kong, which is just kind of honestly unthinkable. I think that's weird. It's like a weird thing to do. They Ubisofted Donkey Kong.
Should we teleport there?
Please don't ask me if we should teleport there. They Ubisofted Donkey Kong. You got your Ubisoft in my Donkey Kong. Okay, I just want to talk to you. I don't want to punch you. I mean, I do want to punch you. Okay, none of these do anything. I don't know why I keep talking to you. Alright, what you got, buddy? Yeah, you know, I'll do it. I don't like your attitude. I don't like why they've suddenly got Banjo-Kazooie attitude. So you're telling me there's a single banana in there? And all I have to do is something inane and I might lose my apple juice for it? I should be able to turn my apple juice off, to be honest. I'm sweating bullets. I'm sweating bullets. I'm sweating bullets. Oh, heck no. Don't need photo mode. No. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, this map is cool. So I paid this guy a bunch of money to let me, So I got defense britches. And I got... Okay, I don't want to buy too much stuff yet. You know, just... Can I chip it out, please? Yeah. Okay. Alright, it's okay. Just give me the banana. It's okay. It's okay. I got a skill point. That's good. Yeah, but that's not going to do anything. I need several more. Oh. Someone is saying, does it mean that the FPS officially won if a platformer level is a map now? Well, I don't want to be the one to break it to you, but I don't know how hypothetical your question is, but the FPS absolutely, definitely won sort of a long time ago. There have been so many more first-person shooter video games than 3D platformers. I mean, there have been so many more. Alright. They really gotta go through that animation every time. Am I done? 100? Okay. Well. It's funny that I went through all that and I didn't even get up to a single, like, skill. What? I don't know if I can unlock all of these getaways. Are there more getaways here? I get a comfy +1 bonus. I don't like that I slept somewhere and got a health +1. And now they, Alright. I don't care. So I've got 8 frog fossils. I can hold 3 apple juices. I can hold 3 apple juices.
Hey, DK, you awake?
Yeah.
This is giving me. How about you? But you and me have gotten through. When we get up, we put.
Thanks. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. I'm going to bed. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. I don't want to do this boss battle while I have to go to the bathroom so bad that I'm sweating bullets. I mean, my hair is like... it's like I just jumped in a pool. Is how much I'm sweating. That's the end of the Saga of the Fractones? Well, that sucks. I'm sweating so hard. Oh my god. My, like, shirt is soaked. I guess having to go pee can be kind of a form of exercise. They really aren't making it easy to punch this. There we go. God, that was good. Bib, calm down, buddy. I just want to go to the bathroom. I just want to go to the bathroom, that's all. If I can go to the bathroom, then I'll fight the boss. If Mimsy's not out of the bathroom in 5 minutes, I'm gonna end the stream. But that's okay. We'll do this on Tuesday. I'd hoped to be rid of the curse of this game. I hoped to do it today. I feel like they 72 toads to me. They 72 toads to me. They 72 toads to me. I mean, I don't want to be a hater, but they let me get all the way here without, like, upgrading a single piece of armor or anything. You know? They let me get here. They didn't enforce any of this. It's not even like an acknowledgement of like, oh, you must be an elite gamer to get here without, engaging with any of these systems. It's not even any kind of an acknowledgement. It's just, oh, this guy's really hard. That's all. Bye. He's interesting. But I feel like he does too much damage. No, I didn't talk to you. I feel like he does too much damage. That's all. I just want to go to the bathroom. Devil's Blush says, I think you should either make the game about that type of challenge or leave it at altogether. Yeah, or just leave it in the, have it in the little bonus rooms. I don't know. I'm not opposed to a challenge spike. A challenge spike after I already feel as though my stomach is full of this game and I've lived a full gaming life. To be getting clotheslined right around the corner of the very end feels a little meticulous. I've got to go to the bathroom like so bad. I don't want to fight this boss until I go to the bathroom. And Jerry's in the bathroom. She just went straight in the bathroom when she got home and I gotta go so bad. I gotta go so bad. It's freaking killing me. I'm sitting in the freaking, worst possible position right now. No, I have a rule. I will never interrupt someone when they're in the bathroom. It's like an ironclad rule I have. I will never do that. It's a principle. Likewise, when I'm using my bathroom in my house, I make sure to get in and out as quickly as possible.
don't want to fight this boss while I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Someone is asking, is there a public apartment bathroom? Like, where do you freaking live? Like, no. I'm not going to use it. There is a bathroom in the lobby of this building, but they don't let me use it. Only Mimsy's dad has, the residents have a key that will let them use the lobby bathroom, and Mimsy's dad has the key, and he just won't give it to us. Which is very funny. Donkey Kong is just... I can't even break any of this stuff. They give me this unsatisfying cornbread sand to punch. She's still in there. She's still in the bathroom. I think she's taking a bath. I'm not sure. I can't hear the water. When she takes a bath, it can be like 2 or 3 hours. I don't want to go in here and possibly lose my apple juice. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream. I think I'm going to end the stream. I'm sweating so hard. I'm sweating so freaking hard. I really thought I was going to be done with this thing. I didn't expect there to be a hard boss. I just didn't expect there to be a difficult boss, like ever, in this game. He's not even difficult, it's just he's shredding my whole health bar in 2 hits. And his attacks have 3 deadly phases to them. So, it just seems kind of like I don't want to like sit here and repeat this fight on a stream. Yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of apple juices and then I'll do it. Yeah, they take away the powers that they built the whole game around. They tell you can't use them because you can't sing because that's what he wants you to do. And you can't use the powers and you just have to use the Donkey Kong. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of bonanza-fied something. I think the bonanzas just aren't very well designed, ultimately. I think they're not adding anything to the game. They add some temporary joy when you first get them. But it's like, it really seems like the designers didn't want to actually have them in the game. It seems like it was just something we could call it whiteboard cancer, you know. They didn't have the time to chemotherapize their whiteboard cancer. So they just kind of left it in. I think a lot of those systems kind of just don't hang. Not if there's anything like severely wrong with that, but it's I think they just kind of don't hang. I really was hoping to beat this game today. I'll do it on Tuesday, which is the day, coincidentally, that Silk Song comes out. Maybe I'll try to do the stream a little earlier so I can just get through this thing. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm souring on this game at the very end. but that's how it goes. At any rate, I'll see you all later. I'm not going to play Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. I'm not going to play that game. I'm not interested in it. Just smoke it deep and smoke it sweet. Smoking that weed down Baby Boy Street. Smoke it wild and smoke it grand. They be smoking good ones all over this land. Smoke a good one tonight. Smoke a good one tonight. Smoke a good one tonight if the feeling is right. Smoke a good one tonight. Smoke a good one tonight. Smoke a good one. Good night.
Thank you.